What's up, Steelers Nation? The black and gold are in full-on preparation mode for the 2025 season, and you better believe the front office is working behind the scenes to make this team as competitive as possible. But we have to talk about the biggest question mark heading into the season: the quarterback situation. If you're excited for another season of Steelers football, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any updates. Now let's dive into this QB drama. For the second straight season, the Steelers are looking at a completely new quarterback room. Ever since Ben Roethlisberger retired, it's been a roller coaster of uncertainty at the most important position, on the field. Right now, if the season started today, Mason Rudolph would be the starting quarterback. Yeah, the same Mason Rudolph who has been a backup in Pittsburgh since 2018 and had a short stint with the Titans before finding his way back. Earlier this week, Mike Tomlin made it clear that he has confidence in Rudolph, and there's a possibility that he could be the Steelers' QB1 in 2025. But not everyone is buying what Tomlin is selling. Former NFL star and ESPN analyst Shannon Sharpe had some strong words about the Steelers' plan. Sharpe didn't hold back on ESPN's First Take when discussing Pittsburgh's quarterback situation. He questioned why the Steelers let Rudolph go. In the first place, if they believed in him so much. Here's what he had to say. If he was what you thought he was, why did you let him go in the first place? Once you move on, what are you bringing him back for? If he was what you thought he was, you would have never let him go. Come on, Mike Tomlin. That's not sharp at all. Nobody's believing that. And let's be honest, Steelers Nation, does he have a point? Rudolph's career numbers aren't terrible, but they're far from elite. In 21 games and 13 starts, he's thrown for 19 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and just over 3,000 yards with a 63.5% completion rate. Decent? Sure. Franchise quarterback material? That's a tough sell. Now let's address the elephant in the room: Aaron Rodgers. The entire NFL is waiting to see what Rodgers is going to do, and frankly, some people are getting tired of the waiting game. NFL insider Ian Rappaport recently reported that the Steelers organization wants an answer from Rodgers sooner rather than later. In fact, even other teams around the league are starting to get impatient. You walk around these league meetings, talk to general managers and coaches, and everyone is asking, hey, when's Rodgers going to make his decision? And guess what? Steelers owner Art Rooney is getting tired of waiting too. At the NFL annual meetings, Rooney made it clear that Pittsburgh won't wait around forever. Not forever, but a little while longer. We keep hearing that he's, I guess, headed in our direction, and all signs are positive so far. Didn't envision it taking this long. Sounds like the Steelers are banking on Rodgers eventually pulling the trigger and committing to Pittsburgh. But the waiting game is risky. If Rodgers doesn't come, the Steelers are left scrambling for options. If the Steelers don't land Rodgers, do they go all in on Mason Rudolph, or is there another veteran option out there? According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, the Steelers are still optimistic about Rodgers and are willing to wait things out. Based on everything I'm hearing, they are willing to wait this out. And a lot of people I've talked to in the quarterback market believe that Rodgers must have some sort of assurance from the Steelers, or vice versa, that they could end up together. That's interesting. If the Steelers didn't feel confident that Rodgers was at least seriously considering Pittsburgh, they would have likely already made a move for another quarterback. But since they haven't, it seems like they're holding out hope. The Steelers made a blockbuster move earlier this offseason, acquiring superstar wide receiver DK Metcalf. That trade, while exciting, came at a cost. We gave up our second-round pick. Now, we're sitting with the 21st overall pick, but after that, we don't pick again until 83rd. That's a huge gap, and it has experts like Daniel Jeremiah believing that Pittsburgh could be looking to trade back in the first round to acquire more draft capital. On his Move the Sticks podcast, Jeremiah made a strong case for the Steelers to trade down. Because they traded the two for DK Metcalf, they don't have a second-round pick. They pick 21st, and then next pick is 83rd. If somebody is interested and wants to come up for a quarterback, they might be a prime candidate to say, hey, Cleveland, the Giants, whichever of you guys don't take quarterbacks at the top, you want to come back in and still get one? We're open for business. Essentially, if teams are desperate to grab a quarterback late in the first round, Pittsburgh could be in a prime spot to trade back, stockpile picks, and still land a valuable player. Here's the thing. This year's draft isn't exactly loaded with top-tier talent. Many teams reportedly have fewer than 10 first-round grades on players, meaning the value at pick 21 might not be great. If guys like wide receiver Emeka Egbuka, defensive tackle Kenneth Grant, or defensive end Walter Nolan are already off the board, it might make more sense for the Steelers to trade back, acquire extra picks, and address multiple needs rather than just grabbing the best player available. By moving down, Pittsburgh could potentially land multiple second-round picks, allowing them to focus on key areas like offensive tackle, cornerback, or even adding more depth to the defensive line. The Steelers have historically built their roster through smart drafting, and accumulating more picks could give them a chance to add multiple impact players rather than banking on one prospect at 21. Now, there is another way Pittsburgh could get a second-round pick, trading George Pickens. But before you freak out, let's break this down. Pickens is a young, talented receiver with sky-high potential, but his attitude and consistency have raised some concerns. The addition of Metcalf means Pittsburgh is already committing big money to the receiver position, and trading Pickens could land us another premium draft pick. However, General Manager Omar Khan recently shut down trade speculation, saying, "You need more than one receiver in this league, and we're fortunate we have George and Calvin Austin, and excited about what Roman Wilson is going to be able to do for us." That sounds like the Steelers want to keep Pickens in Pittsburgh, which means if they want to gain extra draft capital, the most likely move is trading back from pick 21. So, Steelers Nation, here's the big question. Should Pittsburgh trade back and stockpile picks, or should they stay at 21 and grab the best available player? The draft is always unpredictable, and Omar Khan and Mike Tomlin have some big decisions to make. If trading back means getting multiple second-round picks, it could allow the Steelers to add depth to key positions like offensive line, defensive line, and even quarterback. But if a true game-changer falls to 21, staying put might be the best move. One thing is clear, the Steelers are in a position of flexibility. If they hold on to pick 21, they need to hit a home run. But if they trade down, they can potentially reshape the roster with additional talent, setting themselves up for both immediate success and long-term sustainability. Steelers Nation, I need to hear from you on this one. If Rodgers doesn't end up in Pittsburgh, are you okay with Mason Rudolph leading this team, or do the Steelers have to make another move at QB? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any Steelers updates. We'll be tracking every move this team makes heading into 2025. Let's see how this plays out. As always, here we go, Steelers.